Yes, guys, we're back here finally after 3, 4, maybe even 5 days. I don't know. I've been a bit sick, and when I get sick, my voice just gets completely messed up, and I can't speak. So we are back, and what a week it has been. I've just been dying to get back into the game, and yeah, you can laugh from time to time, but my voice is still cracking up. So it is what it is. But I want to show you the charts today: commodities, gold and silver, oil, the dollar, copper. Yes, copper. Indeed, we have to look at copper. And yeah, thank you for being back, guys. Highly appreciate every single one of you. As always, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. You know, the standard things that I have to say. With that said, let's do it. Weekly charts for gold, the silver, excuse me. This is beautiful. I want to show you. I want to delete that parallel channel right there. We are breaking some very big resistances on this long-term golden trend line here. We are breaking through the big level. This is the beginning, in my point of view. This is the beginning, and we have to get through $25 and $26 for the good old silver here. Exactly. We have the neckline here at 26. Everyone can see that, and yeah. Looks nice. Again, we have to get through the 25, 26 zone, but silver looks absolutely beautiful. It really, really does. And yeah, let's add in that parallel channel right here on the line there. So we have it again. The highs from 11 to the silver squeeze high. Perfect alignment. So you can see here again. This is what we want to break through right here. We are above there. Beautiful. This was the start. Big level to get through. We did that this week. We have the next one here. $26 is the level to go through. But again, in my view, this is the beginning. I would be insanely surprised. Again, I could be wrong, but this is it. And look at this. We have gold. What a chart for gold. 1, 2, 3, 4 times L80. And yeah, we're going to break through. This is also the beginning, as you can see in my view. Again, also an inverted head and shoulders with a target of roughly 2,500, and then we have a longer term cup here with a target of 3K. There are many targets that will start to get hit when we break the all-time highs, and I'm not going into much detail. I'm just going to stay on the weekly, just to look at this beautiful weekly candle. Also this here, you know, a huge scare here all the way up, retesting that zone there, and boom, we are back. I mean, gold, fantastic. Looks overall really, 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 really good. Can we get some pullback in here? Sure, but again, this is it, in my honest opinion, for gold. And yeah, 2024, we will see gold well into the 2000s. And I think for this structure here, the shorter term, well, not short term, but a 3-year structure is roughly 3K for gold and higher after that. Okay. One of the most important ratios, the gold to silver ratio. Look where we are, guys. I want to show you that one because this is the one connecting all these bad boys all the way up here. It teased us here and here and here, but now this, in my view, right here, looks fantastic. It really, 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 really does. And yeah, you can see here, once we get below 80, maybe a bit lower, 78, that's when things get really, really nice for gold and silver. Yeah, in my view, we are going down to this move here has the first target at roughly 62. And ultimately, we are going way lower, but that is the first big target. You know, when you break such a structure, this triangle high or low in this case is often the first big resistance that we're going to see. But again, we will see a bounce there, and then we will, in my view, roll over. Gold and silver is primed to do amazing things. Miners as well. That's a different video. Okay, let's go through it here a bit more quickly, so it is not a 30-minute long video. I want to keep your focus as long as possible. Yeah, nothing much to say here for the Dixie. In a blue downtrend here, beautiful. And moving averages are coming down, and I think we're going down to here, you know, roughly 100. We'll probably get a bounce around here, just north of 100. And I think when that $100 level finally gives in and we're going to double digits, that's exactly why gold and silver is rising right now, because when that happens, that's not ideal. All right, going back to the weekly for the 10-year yields, I want to show you long-term golden uptrend. Yes, broken down right here. I want to zoom in, and we had a tiny pause at that 4.33. These highs there, but now we're breaking down. The last big support is the 30 weekly. Let's see what happens here. But if my suggestion is that this is going to cave in, we could get some retesting here of that big level, but then we should roll over for the rates. And rates dropping like this is not the best sign for the economy. That's for sure. Oil, same thing again. I'm going to go to the daily on oil actually. There it is. That's the squeeze that we're looking into right now. And yeah, oil is definitely in a downtrend right now. I have charted this here, some sort of possible, maybe an inverted head and shoulders, but still we are below the green support here. So definitely the pressure is to the downside. And if we get above, let's call it 80 right here, then I'm very, very bullish oil. But until then, I have a bearish mindset on oil for now. Again, together with rates going down, signaling that maybe the economy is not doing so great. Yeah, oil will also struggle in that case. But let's see where we go. Again, if we can start to climb higher, then we are definitely bullish above the green trend line and the yellow neckline there, possibly the yellow neckline right here. Again, we have some big support down here at 60, 66, give or take. And that's also some of the guys that I follow on Twitter. They have a target of 66, give or take. So let's see where all goes. Definitely, if we start to crack down here, this is the way to go. Palladium, still, I mean, when we have these false breakdowns here, I want to see a snapback big time, and then we go like this. That's not the case right now. We did have the false breakdown, so it's still in play, but we are pausing here, and now we're coming back down again. Not ideal. So still we are bearish palladium until we get back above that wedge, which is roughly right here. Until then, you just have to wait and see what happens right here. But bearish, yes, we are bearish for palladium. I do think that it will have a big snapback at some point in time, but until we get above that mega structure here, there's nothing to be excited about in my view. Platinum looks better, looks way better actually. Still not the most ideal, but I think platinum will join gold and silver. Again, palladium will do as well. We might have one final flush low on platinum. Palladium, excuse me, if we cannot regain that that big structure. But again, I want to show you this red here. I want to zoom out. That's actually the very, very long-term trend line. It should be golden actually, now that I see it. Long-term gold trend line from 2008, 11, 13, all the way down. And where are we now? That's correct. We are right here. This is that is the one. And yeah, I think if platinum can crack, you know, let's call it 950, getting above that horizontal zone here and that long-term 15-year long golden trend line, I think platinum will join gold and silver. And you also have a beautiful inverted head and shoulder. So platinum is setting up nicely, that's for sure. And yeah, this is a 3-year long flag, inverted head and shoulders, depending on how you want to make it in the making. So definitely watch for that. In my view, that break of 950, very important, very, very important. And you can see here, we are just coiling up right here, right below, and I think it will pop next week. And you can actually see some big runs in platinum. Here we have it, copper. We have been following copper ever since we started to have the squeeze here again. And we had many scenarios. Again, you have to be to look at what can happen. And two things were happening, as we talked about. Either we break here to the upside, or we break to the downside, obviously, duh. But, you know, the big retest is always the important one. And we did have that false breakdown at the apex, and now we're back above. And our bullish level was set here at roughly 3.83. And that candle today, to me, screams very, very bullish copper, until proved otherwise. This could be the beginning of much higher copper prices. Yeah, you can also see the sizes of the previous candles. Green closing at the top more or less. Copper looks very nice if this can continue to go higher here. Beautiful. You have some resistance roughly in this neighborhood right here. So yeah, it makes sense. That's roughly about the four handle mark, $4 mark. And yeah, I think copper very constructive here for the bullish side. Nat gas, very quickly, not much to say. You know, we have broken down from that golden trend line, and we have a gap fill here. That's my take. So as long as we are below, we're going to fill that gap. Then we will see what happens. If this doesn't hold, then we're going down to here. We have a big supply zones, excuse me, down here at demand zone, sorry, at 2.5. So yeah, that's that gas for you guys. It's funny because it's very, very cold here in Europe, actually. Very, very cold now. So let's see. Same thing for the TTF, the European one. We want to get back above here. Otherwise, we're going to fill that gap here, which was a news-driven event. And news-driven events more or less always gets filled. So that's not gas. What do we have here? We have coal. Good old coal again, getting a bigger bounce here at that 2018 high. Let's see where we go. I'm still not bullish on coal at all. But again, the bigger the bounce we can get here, and once we clear that blue trend line here, then I will start to get interested. And yeah, until then I just watch, and then I will let you know when we turn bullish really for coal. Bitcoin, the most loved and hated commodity. Well, not a commodity, but asset, I guess you can say. The target for our inverted head and shoulders right there is roughly 42.5K. And with today's candle, in my view, right there, we had a big squeeze there with a flat top. We're going to hit that 42.8K, 6K. And yeah, let's see how high we can go for the good old Bitcoin. Definitely short term, it's looking okay. But we are getting overbought, oversold on the weekly and the daily. So, but again, that's nothing to worry about for now. I do think that we will hit that target before eventually having a big pause. But let's see. But crypto, yeah, it's not the worst. It's definitely not the worst. What do we have here? We have uranium spot price. Again, from a technical point of view, nothing much to chart really. We're above the Fukushima highs, going higher. We have a major gap here. That's a big gap down here at roughly 100. And we're just cruising higher. The trend is just really, really, really strong, right? So don't fight it. Just ride it out here. Sugar, again, with a big technical damage here. Whoopsie, there it is once again. I want to show you, we had this bull flag here, and then we had a huge momentum, and then we talked about this just fizzling out. The momentum were kind of, and then finally, boom, we have more downside. We have the green support, the uptrend here, this bad boy coming up here. There it is. You can see the connections here, and I think that's the big one to look at. We have, I think, a double support as well. Almost, but definitely getting down to the 24, 25. That's when you want to see it bounce. You don't want to see this green line gets broken. Then we are definitely in for lower sugar prices. Yeah. Soybeans, again, teasing with a false breakout here. Looks very constructive. And now we are back below. So bearish view until we can get back above. But as I often say, if you have a false breakout, you often go all the way down to the lower trend line of that structure that you have. So that's my take now. We're going down to here. And from there, I don't know. But having a false breakout this late in the structure, that's not ideal for the bulls. Nickel, we will skip. What we will not skip is silver against, I haven't looked at this for like a week. Silver against L2 money supply. Overall structure, we will zoom in, look at this bad boy. Absolutely confirming my bias that silver against M2 money supply is going to outperform M2 money supply. Neckline, inverted head and shoulders, beautiful. Long-term trend line broken. Bullish structure broken here to the upside. I mean, silver, fantastic. Also, I don't want to say much, but enjoy this one here. 2011 highs all the way down, all the way down. It speaks for itself. Blue bull flag broken, resumption. Oh, this is very, very, very nice for gold. That's all I can say. And extremely bullish gold, extremely bullish silver, platinum. Again, getting above the 950 and then ultimately getting into the 1000s again. It will join the party. Yeah, it really, the name of the game right now is gold and silver. Looks fantastic if you are invested into those. And also the miners, yes, they will join the party and they will have a big run here if gold and silver. I think what we're looking at here now for gold is gold for the next big move would be to 3K. And once we clear 26 for silver, you will very rapidly go to 45 to 50. I just want to show you when, one last thing here. So when silver eventually breaks out, you can see it's not going to do it slowly. You see this break here in 2005, boom. Same here again in 2010, boom. Yeah. So whenever it breaks big structures, it goes vertical. So what do you think? Go away. What do you think when this structure breaks? It will not be something slowly and then high. This will be very violently like here. So silver finally looks, again, in my view, we haven't confirmed, but this, it looks great. It really looks fantastic. I could be wrong, obviously, but I just say it as I see it, and this is just beautiful. Beautiful stuff here. Look at the monthly. You can just see how coiled we are in the monthly, and we will go up to here, in my view, in 2024, 2025. Yes, that fast. So beautiful. I'm glad to be back here again. You can hear my voice again. It's a bit iffy. It is what it is. I hope you could see through that. And yeah, have a great weekend, guys. And I will now do the uranium updates. I haven't done it for like a week. Can't wait. Have a great one, guys. Cheers. Bye.